Hello guys, welcome back to my channel PFA Expert. Guys, in this today's class we are going to see 3D setup in Nuke. So in this class we will see how we can create 3D geometry, then camera, then lights, then finally how we can render our scene with 3D scale line render here. So let's start the class here. So now here in Nuke we are going to create our basic 3D scene setup here. So first we have to create our 3D geometry here. Then left side in toolbar category we will also get this 3D tools category here, which is our this one 3D category. Then inside this we will get our all these 3D nodes here. Then in geometry category, so just select this card here. Then just simply connect with our this viewer here. So now as you connect your viewer with this card, so this will actually show you here in this 3D view here. This is new actually default 3D view here, and this is our actually object which you have created here. Then just simply you double click on this card here. Then right side you will get these are actually card properties, and on screens you will also get this actually our 3D gizmo here. So this here, so with the help of this gizmo just you can transform your object. So first here just I am going to see navigations of 3D viewport inside Nuke here. So if you will scroll middle mouse button, then you can zoom in, zoom out your 3D view here, or you can say this is our actually perspective view here. Then hold middle mouse button, then simply you can pan it here, maybe left to right or top to bottom, and hold alt and right mouse button, you can orbit your this 3D view here. So middle mouse button scroll, you can zoom in, zoom out your 3D view, then hold middle mouse button, you can simply pan it, and hold alt plus right mouse button, you can orbit your this 3D view here inside this Nuke. And right side these are our card properties here. Then first here actually this is orientation, we in XY mode, and if you want to suppose just place this card on ground, then you can also use maybe this ZX here. So this will show you like this. Just select XY mode here, which is actually default mode here or default orientation here. Then these just row and column just you can adjust 4x4. Then actually this will show you here just these 4x4 row and columns here. And downside here you will get these are our transform parameters. Even on screen with the help of this 3D gizmo you can also just adjust your this transform properties. So this is actually in X, then in Y direction, then in G direction. So this is our actually G directions. Then rotations, if you want you can also rotate from here. So just simply click it here, middle mouse button scroll, so this will rotate it here. Even you want to also rotate from on screen, then hold control, so you will get this actually our gizmo here. So with the help of this gizmo you can also just rotate your card according to your requirements. Even from here just you can also rotate. So again just right click here on this curve, then set to default. So this will set this only rotation parameter in default here. Then same as suppose if you want to scale, then hold control and shift, so you will get this actually scales gizmo here, and just you can adjust scale. Even from here just you can also scale, so these are just uniform scale, and these are just only in axis, maybe in x axis you can scale or in y axis. So again just reset this one, so again just set to defaults here. These are our actually main transform parameter which we required here. So this is our card here, and here if you will see this actually image input. Image input means just you can import any image and you can connect with this image in. So here just I imported about some images here, so maybe this one. So just simply, so as you just connect any 2D images with this actually image input, so this will place your this image onto our this card here. So now just take another geometry here. So for deselect here, then click on this 3D geometry and take this sphere here. So just connect it here. So just a little bit middle mouse button scroll and just move it here, so both things just we can see here. Then again just we can take another image, so as you will connect it here, so again same with this image input, so this will actually just wrap your this image or texture onto this sphere here. So you can see here, double click on this sphere, then right side from here you will get all this sphere parameter, so you can adjust this radius and just you can place it here. So like this you can create many geometry. So again just take a cylinder geometry here and just again take another textures and just simply connect it here. So this one, so just connect it here. So now you can see. Now again just double click on cylinder and just place it here, and just little bit adjust radius here. Even here with your cylinder, if you will see, we are also getting these two options, which is a closed top. So on top if you want, you can simply close it here. Even from bottom you can also close. So these options actually just depend on your geometry here, which geometry you have created here. So according to those geometry, this will actually display here options here. So now here just a little bit again, just double click on this sphere. So and just sphere and just move it here and just a little bit scale it and just adjust this radius here. So here these two parameters, which is u extend and v extend, are important parameters. So with the help of this actually u and v extend, we can actually just open our sphere here. Maybe if you want to create a semi sphere for your environment like this, so you can just adjust this u and v extend. So just simply adjust it here. So maybe just reduce this one and just reduce this one also. So now here if you will see some these stretch textures here, this means actually this area is open, but actually it's not showing here. So before this geometry or after this texture, we have to take a black outside node here, then only this will show here open. Then press tab and just type black outside here. So you will get this black outside node here. So now just connect it. So now you will see here, this is actually just open here. Then again double click on this sphere. Then with the help of this u and v extend, just you can create this just like an environment here. So suppose if you are doing matte painting or just sky replacement, so this thing is very useful for creating our sky or environment here. So you can see here. So this is actually main parameter inside this sphere here, which is about this u and v extend. And remember this one. So before this 3D sphere or after this image, we have to use this black outside node here, then only this will display here like this. So now just I am going to delete all these our 3D nodes here and just we are going to create basic 3D setups here. Take this geometry and just create a card. First card here, then take cylinder. So now just with the help of this geometry, just I am going to create our basic 3D scene and setups here. Then double click here on card. So this will actually show you here this card. So for creating our scene, we have to take a scene node. So again in this 3D category, just take this scene node and just connect it here. Then connect all our 3D geometry with our this scene input. So here by default actually it's showing only one input, but as you connect with first input, then this will generate automatic another input here. So you can see second one. Then again just connect these images here. So now after this, just we have to adjust all of our geometry and just we have to create a basic scene setup. So first just take this card, double click here, then just adjust this uniform scale and just I want to just place on about this ground here. So just this will rotate here. So in x-axis just rotate in x-axis -90 here, then just a little bit move up here. So now you can see here. Then after the just I am going to place over this cylinder on top of this actually ground, you can say, or on plane. So again just finally view over this actually scene here, so we can see our all geometry here. So just view this one. So now you can see. So there is our cylinder. Then again just double click here direct you can double click on our object or onto our this node you can direct double click. Okay, so just double click on this cylinder, then move a little bit up here and just take again sphere, double click and just add and place here. So here just I have just created this basic setups here, and suppose if you want to place your cylinder at exact positions or maybe little bit actually if you will see here, so little bit actually it's going downside from our this plane here. So you can also use orthographic view here inside this new. So right side here if you will see, this is by default actually our 3D view here. So you can see, and these are about some orthographic view here, maybe right side, left side, top, bottom, front, back also. So just simply select this maybe front. So now easily we can see here. So this is our actually cylinder and this is our actually ground here. So again double click on this cylinder. So now easily just we can place our cylinder on ground here. So like this. So like this just you can switch your view in different orthographic view here. Top view here. So from top view you can also see. So like this, so you can see they have a cylinder, Control Z. Again finally come here in this 3D view here. Then after this, suppose if you want to import your any 3D model here, then you can also import a new. So for importing your 3D model, you have to take a read geo node. So again come here in this 3D category, then geometry, Then with the help of this read geo node, you can import your 3D model here or 3D geometry here. So just simply click it here, then double click on this read geo node here, then just click here in this file option and just you can select your 3D model here. So here inside our this folder, just I have a 3D model in our this FBX format here. So here just I have selected this one, so spider.fbx, then click on open here. So now you can see here, so this is our actually 3D model here, which is our this Spider-Man here. So you can see, so here I imported here, then again just connect this model in our scene here. So just simply connect it here. And suppose if you have imported your 3D model and if you have a UV map textures, then you can also import and just you can connect with this image. So this will actually just wrap your texture onto this object. So I have a UV map textures image here. So now here just I am going to import. So again just simply with the help of read node, just you can import your UV map texture image. So this is spider UV map JPG image. So this is our actually again UV map, remember this one. So now click open here. So as you just connect with this image input, so it will map your texture onto this 3D model here. So now you can see here, so this is looking as in our 3D package here. Remember this one, because this is a UV map textures image, then only this will show you here like this. Then after this just we have to adjust size of the 3D model. So as you double click on this read geo node here, so here actually we are not getting any transform parameter, maybe scale, rotation, all these things here, because here just I have imported model. So for transform we have to take another node, which is our transform geo node here. So after this node we have to use, so just simply double click here, then click on again 3D category, then in modify category we will get this transform geo. So simply from here just you can connect like this, or just simply delete this one, select your model, press tab button, then you can also find your transform geo node. Okay, so any 3D node you can also find as 2D node. So now just type it transform geo here. So this one, select this one. So now you can see, then with the help of this transform geo you can just transform your 3D model which you have imported outside from Nuke here. Remember this one. So again just double click here, then right side you will get all these parameters. Now you can just adjust size. Now just adjust, place it here, and right side just place it. Even you can also adjust from our this front view. So you can see, then again just double click. So now here just I have created our this basic 3D scene setup inside Nuke here. Then after this we have to add our camera. Then we can see our output from our camera view here. Then simply again click on these 3D options, then select this camera here and just connect with our this scene here. So just connect it here, and here this is our camera. Then just a little bit just move your camera so you can see. So from this direct 3D view you can also just adjust your camera. Then after this right side here you will get this default. Default means actually this is our actually perspective view here, or default camera here. But here just I have created our this by camera 1 here. So just we have to select this camera 1. So just simply you can select from here. So now you can see, so here we are looking through camera 1 here, and this is our actually camera view here. So again just we have to adjust our camera. So just we can switch default and just you can adjust camera. Then again just you can check through about this camera 1 here. So this is our actually view here. So now here suppose if you want to see output from our this camera, then simply you can lock your camera, this one. So now here as you lock this camera, so we are getting this output from our camera 1. Now if you will middle mouse button scroll, so just this will zoom in, zoom out, or this will actually just scroll your entire viewer here. So not here it's adjusting camera or your perspective view here. So lock means we are looking through camera and just we are zooming in, zoom out simply this viewer here. So again just if you want to adjust your camera, then first you have to unlock this one, default camera, then you can adjust your camera, and again just you can lock it here and just select your camera here. Even you can also double click on this camera here, then from right side you can also adjust. So simply middle mouse button, click and just scroll. So now here just I am adjusting this camera transform value, which is X and Y value. So you can easily just place your camera from our this properties here. Then again simply you can zoom in, zoom out here, because here just I have locked my camera. And suppose if you want to adjust your camera through this view, then we have to first unlock this camera, Then here I have selected camera 1, then hold control button and just simply click it here on this camera options here. So now hold control and just click it here. So now here we are getting this green color here. This means we can adjust our camera through this camera view here. So now if we will middle mouse button scroll, so actually we are adjusting our camera. Remember this one. And again hold middle mouse button, so just a little bit adjust your camera. So now we are adjusting our camera here. Then after this just simply click it here and just lock your camera here. So now you can see again. So now we have adjusted our camera also through our this 3D view here. So even you can also create your camera from your perspective view here in new. So again just simply click here on default. So here just I have set our this view here perspective. So here just I am going to set. So now you can see here. So just simply now we are inside of this perspective view here. Remember this one. So now if you want to just set this perspective view as a camera view, then simply again you can simply click it here and just you can create a new camera. So this will automatically just create a camera through this view here. So now just click this camera here. So now just I have created this camera 2 here and just connect again with this scene here. So just connect it here and just select camera 2 here, this one, and just lock this camera here. So now you can see here. Then after this if you want you can just again adjust your camera. So hold control and just click it here. Now just you can adjust your camera here. So middle mouse button just you can place at exact position. Now again just lock this camera here. So like this just you can also create a new camera through direct your perspective view here. So now here just I have created this 2 camera here. So just simply you can switch from camera 1 and camera 2 here. So like this just you can switch here. So now finally just I am going to render this scene through our this camera here. So for rendering our scene we have to take a scanline render node here. So again click on the 3D options, then take this scanline render here. So with the help of this scanline render we can render our entire 3D scenes here. So here we are getting actually 3 input. This camera means just active camera, which camera you want to render from this scene, because here just I have created multiple camera. So multiple camera you can attach with your scene, but you can render only one camera at a time with a single this scanline renderer here. Then again this scene or object means this scene, or you can also render even a single 3D model or objects here. And this BG में just simply you can just add a background and just you can match perspective with this 3D scenes here. So now just I am going to see here how first connect this scene with our the scene or object input, then connect any camera. So whatever camera you will attach with this cam option, so this will only render that camera. So just attach with our this 2 camera 2 and just and BG just later we will connect it here. Now just view our this scanline renderer here. Now select this one, press 1. Then after this if you will see here actually there are actually 2 options. This 2D means actually output view from our this scanline renderer here, and this 3D means just we are inside our this 3D new 3D view here. So again just unlock this one. So now again just simply take this output here. So now here just we are getting this output from our this 3D scenes here with our this camera 2 here. And if you will just want to camera 1 output, then simply you can unplug from here and just you can connect camera 1 here. So now we are getting output from our this camera 1 here. And this scanline renderer output actually our 2D output. Then after this you can connect any 2D node with this scanline renderer here. Whatever we are getting through this scanline renderer here, this one, so this is actually 2D here. And before this all these are our 3D objects here. So remember this one here, this one, so all these again 3D nodes here. And this is our final output from our this scanline renderer here. And this VG input, then you can connect any images. So maybe just take this one just only for explanation. So just connect it here. So as you will connect your any image with this BG, so this will show you here behind this 3D output here. So you can see here, so any images you can connect it here. So this will actually just show you here. But for final compositing we are not using this BG input. So this is just only for matching your perspective here, nothing else. So just unplug from here. So now as you unplug from this background, so here we are getting this 2K output, and if you will connect this BG image, so we are getting this 1280 890 frame size output here. So this actually BG means just we can define our output frame size here with this background input here. By default it's taking this 2K size from our project setting, remember this one. Okay, so now press S, so you can simply check it here. So this is our project setting, and it's giving this output here, so you can see the project setting. So now here, suppose if you want to just maybe 1280 720 output, if you want you can change it from here, otherwise you can simply take it constant node, this one, and just you can attach it here, then double click here, then in this format option easily just we can select our format. So maybe suppose if you want to output 1920 1080, then simply you can output this one, so you can define it here. So now we are getting this output in our this full HD format, which is 1920 1080, and if you want to 1280 720 like this, and suppose you want to compose this output onto our this image, so you can also define your frame size according to this image, because here just we have to compose. So just double click here. So first take output according to our this footage, which is our this 1280 890. So now we are getting this output frame size as our this image here. Now we have to compose, so simply just take a merge node, and just this will be our background, and this scan9 render output will be our foreground here. Now just let this one, press 1 here. So now we are getting this output here. So like this just we can compose your shot. So direct here we are not going to use any background image or any compositing image here. So this is just only for matching your perspective here, remember this one. So there is important things here. So now this is looking good here. So again just a little bit just unplug all these things here. So again just connect with this scan9 render here. So simply here just I have render our this 3D scene output with our this scan9 render here. Even if you want you can also animate your object, so maybe you can animate your camera or any geometry here. So here just I am going to animate this geometry, whichever sphere here. So again just simply click it here and just select this global timeline and just double click here on this sphere. Then just I am going to just animate this this rotations here, then right click, then set key, then go to it last here and just type it here maybe 360 in Y rotations. Now just play and check a little bit. So now it's rotating here. Even if you want you can also animate your camera. So here just I have connected this viewer with our this scan9, then simply you can press tab. So this will actually switch your this output view or 2D view into this 3D view here, and again if you will press tab here, so again this will switch 3D to 2D. So with the help of tab just simply you can switch 2D to 3D or 3D to 2D here. So now here just I am going to adjust animate our camera here, because here we have a only single viewer. So this is little bit difficult to adjust your final output or adjust your camera here, because at a time only one thing just we can see, or our this output or through our this 3D view here. So here if you want you can also add another viewer here. So here just I am going to see how you can add another viewer. So easily actually just we can manage our output and our 3D view here. So for adding another viewer here, press tab, you can type it here viewer, this one, or shortcut Ctrl+I. Then again just connect with this same scan9 render here. So now here just I connected our this two viewer with our same scan9 renderer here. So now in viewer if you will see we are getting two viewer, whichever this first one, this is second one. Then click on this split option and just select this split horizontal. So just side by side easily we can see. Then select this second viewer and just place it here. Simply just drag and drop here. So now here easily we can see this is our actually output view here or 2D view here, and this is our 3D view here. So now you can easily adjust your camera from here. So again come here in this default view. So again just double click on this camera 1 here, because just we are actually just viewing our camera 1 here. So now you can see, so it's updating here. So like this just you can just create two viewer and easily just you can adjust your this 3D view here. And suppose here if you want to switch this, make this output and this 3D, then simply place pointer here, press tab. So this will, now we are getting output here, and again place pointer here, press tab. So this will actually just switch into this 3D view here. Here both just view, just I have connected with our this Scale9 renderer here. So now here just I am going to animate over this camera, which is our this actually first camera here. Then again just simply click it here, then double click on this camera 1, then right click on this transform and rotate, then go to it last here. So just according to your requirement, just simply you can animate here. So now again, so now press H and just adjust a little bit here, so we can see our animation output here. So now simply just play and check here. So here this sphere is rotating, even camera is also moving here, you can see from here also. Then finally, suppose if you want to again view a single viewer here, and if you want to close this one, so just simply click it here and just close pan here. Downside you can also see what will happen when you will click on this close pan here. So this will actually just close your second viewer here, and also this will delete your second viewer node from our this node graph here. So now here we have only single viewer, and this is our output here. Now simply play and check here, find output. Even if you want, you can also just add some lights. Then simply click on this 3D options, and in light category just you will get different types of light here. Take this point light and just connect with our this scene here. So all 3D elements just we have to connect with our this scene. Now you can see, and just you can adjust your light and just place it here. Even double click on this light, then right side you can adjust intensity, color, all these things here. So now again just create another light here. So just Control C, Control V. Even just you can create another point light here. Just connect it here. Then again press tab and you can adjust your light positions here. Again Control C, Control V, and just create another and just connect it here. Then again double click and just place it here. You can see here light. Even you can also adjust color from here. So you can see, so this is actually this backlight it's showing here. Now again just double click here, then adjust this color. So like this, if you want, you can also just create your light here. Now but little bit just switched off all these lights. Select and press D here. So just I have simply disable here. Now just check our final output here. Now play and check and double click this Scale9 render here. Even just little bit, if you will see here some this edges here. So here in this actually a Scale9 renderer anti-aliasing, you can also just select these options, maybe low and high or medium. So maybe medium if you will select. So this will little bit just give you here smooth edges here. Even you can also select this high here. So just according to your requirement, if you want, you can just little bit just adjust this anti-aliasing here. So just make it a little bit medium here, otherwise this will little bit heavy here. So this is again, so this option just we will get with our this actually Scale9 renderer here, remember this one. So now just again finally just render this scene and just see our final output here. So now here you can see, so this is our final output here. So like this just you can animate your camera, even object according to your requirements here. So till here I have completed our this class basic 3D scene setup in Nuke. So if you like this video, please watch, share, comment and subscribe my channel if you are still not subscribed my channel. So thanks for watching.